gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be here today. I should say that it's true that British tourists remain very important, but until this year I hadn't been as frequently as I should have been. I've been a number of times this year, and I've been, in fact, this year more times this year than the whole of the rest of my life. But it does show all the opportunities that there are to do business and to indeed enjoy oneself in Sri Lanka. And if you haven't been yourselves, I do wholly encourage you to do so. I do apologise that I have to disappear so soon this morning. You'll appreciate there's that little thing called Brexit, and there's been a set of meetings last night in Brussels, and I need to get back to Parliament and have further discussions with my colleagues this morning, so I shall have to leave you very soon. But I did want to come here this morning nonetheless to underline the British government's support and commitment to Sri Lanka, not only as a country, not only between our governments, but also between businesses. I think there are huge opportunities to do business in Sri Lanka, and the truth is that the UK and Sri Lanka share very deep historical, cultural and economic ties. On the economic front, in 2017, UK exports to Sri Lanka amounted to well over £300 million, and this year is an important year for Sri Lanka and Britain, as it marks 70 years since Sri Lanka's independence. Nonetheless, I'm confident that our enduring partnership will make sure that the years ahead are even stronger. Now, Sri Lanka already boasts a very stable economic outlook, and the growth is expected to be strong in coming years. Why? Because Sri Lanka has a very skilled workforce with high proficiency in English language, and it therefore, in my view, presents a very exciting opportunity to investors. Sri Lanka's ambition, as we've heard, to develop transport and logistics infrastructure, coupled with its recent drive to develop the country's cities, presents, I believe, a strong opportunity for UK businesses. And the Colombo International Financial Centre and the wider Megapolis project, which we're gathered here today to discuss, represents just one of those ambitious projects. And I look forward to seeing Sri Lanka establish itself as a centre for professional, financial and commercial services in South Asia. I'm confident that as a result of the projects that you will hear more about today, we will see many more UK companies, not just you, doing business in Sri Lanka in the years ahead. One word to the Sri Lankan government, which is, I believe, that UK firms have proven their expertise and technology and competitive tendering to offer Sri Lanka huge opportunities itself in terms of delivering the modernised and better connected infrastructure network that you rightly want to see, and I commend you for that. And that includes, but is not only, the Megapolis project. I hope that as a result of the success that we will see from the delivery from this ministry, we will have greater market access for global businesses and the opportunity to deliver real wealth for Sri Lanka as a country in the future. That is underpinned, in my view, by the Sri Lankan Prime Minister's clear commitment to harnessing English law as the basis for Port City. UK Export Finance, the UK's export credit agency, currently has a market risk appetite of the best part of £1 billion to support UK firms seeking to explore opportunities in Sri Lanka. And that is very, very competitive as well. So there really is no excuse for British businesses not to come and do more business in Sri Lanka. And that's quite apart from the fact that Sri Lanka is in the process of signing a number of free trade agreements with its regional peers, providing market access, not only therefore to Sri Lanka from doing business with Sri Lanka, but market access to over 3.5 billion people. So that is why my view, and the British government's view, is that British companies should look to Sri Lanka not only as a place to do business, but as a trading platform to access those large markets in the future. One last word from me. I'm a real believer in the opportunity and the benefits that are delivered through trade. Trade is every country's route to prosperity. It creates good jobs for people, it creates opportunities for nations, and the strong relationship that exists between Britain and Sri Lanka means there are opportunities for both peoples, for both sets of companies, and for both nations. The opportunity to deliver the infrastructure that Sri Lanka needs, the opportunity to base businesses in Sri Lanka to access those wider regional markets are phenomenal. And I really would urge you, don't miss the boat. This is an opportunity that needs to be seized today. Thank you very much.